facts. Give the magic of the outdoors to your kids and reconnect with your family. Find a forest near you at discovertheforest.org. That's discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Good morning and welcome to CCAN Radio, an impromptu spotlight artist here at 4 a.m. Eastern. Absolutely phenomenal. We are joined by the absolutely amazing and talented Critty and Elise from Fine Life Music. Wow. Hey guys, how are you doing this morning?
Hey man,
Doing
doing
good.
great.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And how's the weather in Hawaii?
Oh, it's the exact opposite of New York.
Yeah.
It's everything I need.
Yeah, which island are you guys on?
We're on the Big Island.
Oh, that is my favorite one.
Yeah. Yeah.
What if you can turn down the radio in the background, just so I don't end up hearing myself, that would be great. And yeah, well, welcome to CCN Radio. It's an absolute pleasure that we managed to connect after all this time. As you mentioned, we did connect in the early days of Threads. That was what, a couple of years ago now, right?
Yeah, I think it was like 2 years ago or so. Yeah.
And, well, here we are, 2 years on. CCN Radio officially just went independent as of Monday, and we'd like to appreciate our sister station, Indie 101.5, who will be streaming this interview again later on in the day. For anyone who isn't currently awake right now, it's certainly early for us on the Eastern Seaboard at 4 o'clock in the morning, but totally worth it, especially as we get to premiere your new music video, which I've now probably watched about 10 times already. So kudos, it's a good one.
Thank you. Yeah, you might have watched it more than our own director. You know.
Yeah, adding up those streams, right? So when
Yeah.
you start monetizing, you know, some of that's coming my way, right?
Somebody's got to do it for us, man. I'm glad it's you.
Absolutely. No, fantastic. So let's sort of start at the beginning. If you'd like to sort of introduce yourselves individually, who you are and what part of Fine Life Music you make up. And yeah, we'll go from there. We'll play some of your tracks, and at the end of this interview, closer towards sort of 5 o'clock, we will play your brand new music video for everyone to see and hear.
Totally. Yeah. So I'm Critty. I am one half of Fine Life. I am a guitarist, a keyboardist, producer, songwriter, and Elise is.
I am the vocalist and also a songwriter.
Yeah. So we're basically a duo that pulls influence from a wide array of music. Classic rock, pop punk, jazz, Broadway, torch music, which I didn't know was a thing until Elise told me about recently.
Torch music? I do not know. Do you want to, Elise?
Yeah, I didn't know either, but yeah. So go ahead, Elise.
It's just a genre that I was kind of raised on. It's like Judy Garland. Judy Garland sings.
Judy Garland, kind of Billie Holiday.
Yeah, it's like Broadway bluesish, kind of like I'll mix that to like the big voice type of genre.
Big voice, kind of powerhouse, but like jazz instrumental. But back in the day, like kind of like lo-fi recordings, right?
Yeah.
But you could tell that their voice is really good.
Oh, that's super, super cool. So you've clearly you've got some artists that inspire you there. You just mentioned. Can you share a bit more about your early upbringing and exposure to music? Like your parents like musical, or was it something that you sort of deviated from the family way, as it were?
Right.
My parents are both photographers, so they're in that whole art world. But they're also music appreciators, so they had this really giant record collection when I was growing up. So my big three like influences growing up was Judy Garland, as I mentioned before, Billie Holiday and Janis Joplin, and I feel like they're all powerhouses, but they're all completely different. So that, and then I got really into the Beatles and the Who, Grandmaster Flash. I was like, oh my God, like stuff like the 70 between like the 60s and 70s. I was very into just because of my parents' record collection. But
That's
I grew
great.
up doing musical theater also, just because that was a platform where you could like perform, and so I got really into that growing up as well.
I was
And
going to
it's
say
cool because,
musical
like,
theatre is certainly one of my key things. I ended up doing My Fair Lady and what was it, West Side Story. So
Ah! You guys are gonna be best friends. Man.
I think we already,
That's
all of
right.
us already are. That's fantastic. So I'm looking here at one of your music videos that you've got that we're gonna play right now. It just says humans kill 1 million sharks per year, which is quite an astonishing fact, and I would certainly
100
believe.
million.
Yeah, 100 million.
Oh yeah, sorry, 100 sharks. Yeah, that's okay, but 100 million not okay.
So we actually want to like preemptively introduce this video. It's a little bit sad, but one of the main things that we do as a band is like throw benefit concerts for like different causes, mainly animal and humane rights. And so we actually wrote this song about the shark fin trade. it's a little bit of a darker, kind of sadder thing, but I think it's important for us to like share this because it's it's really important for people to know about it.
We do our music, but I want there to be also a message behind it and like raising awareness to important things that people may not necessarily know about, especially being from Hawaii. Like the ocean ecosystem is so important to me. So that's why we decided to start throwing the shark fundraisers, and this is the song that we wrote for those fundraisers.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, you're listening to CCAM Radio. This is a special TKR Spotlight Artist sponsored by Toronto Musicians Hub. This is Spiraling Down by Fine Life Music. Enjoy.
Picture misunderstood, we should know you better. So how's the weather down there? It could be better. Where do we draw the line? We can do better. before this all began. Spiraling down, spiraling spiraling down, spiraling downwards.
Welcome back to the CCAN Radio. That was Spiraling Down by Fine Life Music, who join us on the phone all the way from my favorite island on the planet, Big Island in Hawaii. So I'm just reading this here. Humans kill 100 million sharks per year. This is largely due to the shark fin trade, in which shark finners will catch live sharks, cut off their fins, and throw them back into the water. And there's a four-letter word I'm thinking of to describe those people, beginning with a C, but I'm not going to mention it on the radio, but we all know now what I'm thinking. Obviously, the shark's now unable to swim and will spiral down to the bottom of the ocean till it dies of suffocation. Go to @PadITV for donating to stop the end of the shark fin trade, which I fully agree with. It's completely unnecessary. And I mean, in the grand scheme of things, if you're gonna eat a shark fin, eat the rest of the shark. Like,
Yeah.
not to sound like a dick, but if
I know, but I agree.
if you're
Yeah.
gonna eat an animal, eat the whole thing. Like, use it all.
Yeah.
Right? Like, come on.
I all agree.
Yeah.
Bro, even Gordon Ramsay did like a whole thing on the shark fin trade, and he was like, you know, I'm a chef, so I gotta taste it to see what people are like talking about. And he was like, it literally tastes like nothing. Like you just want to say that you ate shark.
I also
Like,
don't think we need to necessarily eat like endangered species.
Yeah, it's
But,
interesting you mentioned Gordon Ramsay. He did a documentary which title was incredibly misleading. It was basically called Gordon Ramsay on Cocaine. I was like, well, that's going to be incredibly exciting, but it was more about cocaine
yeah.
usage in the restaurant, not
yeah,
this is
in
only meant
the
to-
service industry. Yep, totally.
Oh,
yeah,
that'll
yeah.
make an interesting
Yeah.
special
I mean,
of
he's a
Hell's Kitchen.
genius. He's a marketing genius for doing that, bro.
No, they just weren't thinking, right?
yeah. Or that.
Or they were.
Or they were.
Yeah, that is
Right.
very, very true. So we're talking a little about your influences in the introduction. So when it comes to, you're saying you like to provide like sort of maybe a story behind, especially with the last one, Spiraling Down. How do you typically start the songwriting process? Is there like a specific way that you do it, or is it just like something comes to you and you just kind of like wherever it is in the song that it is, you just go from there and work out?
Totally. So I am like the kind of instrumentalist producer half of the band, and Elise is like the singer. So I will typically, a Fine Life song will come to fruition. Like I will start with like a piano chord progression or an acoustic guitar chord progression and kind of organically build it like from there. And sometimes it'll like, I'll pop it into Ableton and create like a production around it. And then Elise will listen to it, maybe like sort of top line it. But basically she is the vocal melody champion and I am like the producer instrumentalist person, and I can't write a vocal melody to save my life. So I'll write the piano melody or like the drop portion of a Fine Life song. And then she'll like write all the vocal melody. And then we'll like share the lyric portion of the song. And then we kind of build from there.
So yeah, it like changes like with Spiraling Down. The lyrics and the idea and the melody came first, and then we added the production from there. So it's a good combination between the two, the music and the lyrics, and which one comes first.
Yeah.
That's super cool. So I'll ask you each individually because it might be different for you. So, Critty, what would you say your favorite part of the recording process is?
Ooh, that's a hard one because I love every part of it, from like the introduction of like just like writing a song to like picking. Because I play keyboard is like my main instrument, but like I feel like production is like my second instrument. So like bringing a song from the piano into Ableton, into like picking the sounds that will like jumpstart the influence of the song. Probably that part. Picking like those main elements of that song from a piano chord progression to like something in Silent or an Ableton like plugin or something, like bringing that acoustic sound of the piano and like turning it into something like interesting electronically is probably one of my favorite parts of the recording process for sure.
That's nice. I like it. And Elise, what about you? Is it similar or completely different parts of the recording process?
Yeah.
I like hearing the instrumental and coming up with the vocal melodies a lot.
So, like, top lining.
Yeah, I really enjoy writing the top lines. I mean, obviously, I like recording the vocals too, but that it's a little more. I get pretty hard on myself, and it's really stressful.
Yeah.
I critique myself a lot, but with the writing, I'm a little more forgiving for some reason. So I do just like hearing the instrumental and creating from there.
Oh, that's great. I think it was. I mean, it's a typical sort of artist like mentality to have, like especially when creating something. Like you seem to you're perfectly okay with words like the solid and strong, but I think then, at least from my perspective, you're ultra critical on then the performance of what is a great song. So I can totally see that. But from having a chance to listen to all the music you sent me, there's no need to be critical on yourself. Or maybe the critical nature that you have on yourself is the reason you guys are so good.
Yeah, I think I have to keep going. I'll keep
you,
being
man.
critical.
I appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Oh, that's my pleasure. Does one of you want to tell me a little bit more about the next song that we're going to play, and obviously the music video if you're watching on the YouTube stream, Built to Burn? I mean, it's quite fitting considering on a volcanic island.
Oh, totally. Okay. So what I was talking about before, that like I'm terrible at vocal melodies. This is actually the only Fine Life song that I wrote the vocal melody to, and I'm so damn proud of. It's not totally like out of this world, and at least definitely took my vocal melody and like made it a million times better. But like, yeah, this song is like one of actually we were a 4-piece band at some point, and then we kind of like became a duo, and then so Built to Burn is like our first Fine Life song that we ever released. And yeah, I think it was like a good catapult, like launching point for our band and what was to come in the near future. But we really love the song, and now we like kind of do it. It's like one of those songs that we kind of like play live acoustically because it's like one of the ones that people know, and then we like ask people to take out their flashlights and stuff too. And enjoy Built to Burn. We love this song. We hope you do too.
Is my hope just a waste? Are my dreams out of place? With my back up against the wall, she was singing such a sad song. And the thought of me losing it all keeps me running. This is it, this is the road. I can't help but know I was wired this way, built to burn like a fireplace. I can't help but know I was wired this way.
What grows in the forest? Trees? Sure. Know what else grows in the forest? Our imagination, our sense of wonder, and our family bonds grow too. Because when we disconnect from this and connect with this, we reconnect with each other and build family memories we will carry with us forever. The forest is closer than you think. Find a forest near you and start exploring at discovertheforest.org. It's easy. Just put in your zip code to find family-friendly outdoor destinations near you. You'll also find guides to free activities, games, and amazing forest facts. Give the magic of the outdoors to your kids and reconnect with your family. Find a forest near you at discovertheforest.org. That's discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
In the dark, I close my eyes and draw a picture of my life. It isn't right. Floating inside stormy tides, I just push myself aside. Forget to try. Daylight turns to night. Can we win this fight? Will it be alright? Nightmares touch my mind till I cannot find what I leave behind. Can't deal with the demons in my head anymore. Bring me back to the way that I was before. Can't wrestle with the voices in my head anymore. Take me back to the place that I was before. In the light, I open up my eyes and slowly recognize myself as no one else. Soaring over cloudy skies, I think I'll keep myself around. Now that I'm found. Daylight fills my needs till I cannot see what's in front of me. Daydreams set my soul till I reach my goal. Who am I if I know? Can't deal with the demons in my head anymore. Bring me back to the way that I was before. Can't wrestle with the voices in my head anymore. Take me back to the place that I was before. Can't deal with the demons in my head anymore. Bring me back to the way that I was before. Can't wrestle with the voices in my head anymore. Take me back to the place that I was before. Can't deal with the demons in my head anymore. Bring me back to the way that I was before. Can't wrestle with the voices in my head anymore. Take me back to the place that I was before.
Hey, we're Fine Life. That was our song "In My Head," live on CCAN Radio.
That was an absolutely cracking one. I love that one. And the music video is phenomenal. Where was that music video shot?
Oh, shout out to my mom. That was shot at my mom's house, upstate New York.
All right, that's cool. So you
That's It's her favorite song for obvious reasons. She's so proud of it.
And it was filmed and edited by Ron Geffen, and he's the same person that did Built to Burn and also
Our new song that
Moments.
we'll be
shout out
premiering
to
with you
him
later.
as-
Yeah.
That's really I'm very excited to. I don't want to rush this, but also I'm very excited to play that one because it's. Well,
Well, we are
let's
too.
face it, guys. It just so happens. I don't know whether you've been following us, but we're currently doing Operation Riff Royale: The Road to 200, where my math skills aren't amazing, and I did a thing and ran with it, and had to end up picking 420 songs, which was 210 artists, and we're doing like every single day of the week.
Yeah,
And
we're following that, dude. That looks crazy. I can't believe you guys are.
Well,
It's
because I
kinda
can't
lot.
count, I ended up putting a couple of artists that got 4 songs in the list. So I'm like, no, that can't happen.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do
Totally.
is I'm gonna put this one and your brand new track in replacement of Izzy SO's 2 extra songs that don't make any sense. So congratulations and welcome to
man.
Operation Riff
Well,
Royale.
thank you so much, man. That's
Thank you.
amazing. I love that.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Sorry,
Excellent.
Izzy. Yes, so.
Oh
Other
no,
two
she's
songs.
all right. She's already got 2 songs in there. If you haven't actually
Okay, cool.
checked her out, like her song "Crisis," absolutely cracking piece of music. Speaking of Crisis,
Wow.
brings me neatly around to challenges. So, Elise, are there any sort of moments of creative block that you've come across, perhaps in the any of the more recent work that you've been doing, and so how did you overcome them?
I mean, it's just like peaks and valleys of creativeness. It's sometimes it's just like a writer's block, and a lot of it I think is just frustration of not having the musical success I was hoping for at this point. Just because it's so oversaturated. It's just such a hard industry to break into, and that can be really disheartening. But then sometimes I feel like we'll like piggyback off of each other, and Critty will be like more of the optimistic one, and then he'll come up with an instrumental like moments, and then that'll put me back in the game, and then I'll just come up with a top line that I'm super excited about, and that kind of brings me back up again. So I think that's the main challenge, is just it is a hard industry, and there's no promises that it's even going to necessarily work out for you.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely right. I mean, especially with the way the industry, like Spotify being the way it is, and the fact that if you are an independent artist, like social media, and this is why I created CCAM Radio and the morning show, is social media. There are all of these sort of like companies saying, oh, you know why your music sucks and why you're not getting any streams, because you need to do this, and this. Come to us, pay money to, and then they end up making more money off your own music. And I got to the point, I'm like, well, no, that's not how it's done. Let me show the world how it's done. Independent artists do need a free platform, and with our like live365.com, it makes we pay a license, which then means we don't charge you anything to play your music. You just send us your music, and then you get paid out the royalties, and it's basically all tracked over time using Live365. So the key thing is, ignore creating music based on anything other than just creating music for yourself, which it's obviously clear that that's what you guys are doing. And I can understand why at times it's easy to get disheartened, because, well, social media is telling me that I need to be this, I need to be that, it's very simple.
Yeah.
You guys are the talented musicians, you do things that I can't do, but I do the things that you can't do, and collectively we
absolutely.
work together, right?
And
Really
man,
appreciate
if I can like just really like everything you're talking about right now, and I was trying to release this single and like promote it and everything, you know, we spent all of yesterday or the day before just like gathering all these blogs and this and that, and I think we made an Excel spreadsheet of like 80 blogs, and then like we did the Submit Hub thing and stuff, and then what I did was like hit you up because we like made a genuine connection a few months ago on Threads, and this is the most successful like response that we've gotten from you, and this genuine connection that we made with you. And like it just goes to show like what we're talking about right now, like, and what you're doing for the artists out there is just like the best way to go about it, man. Like, and just like thank you for having us on here, and we're really stoked to be talking to you right now.
Oh, well, and thank you for letting me sit here with a massive smug look on my face. It's always like...
Yeah, it's a very well-deserved smug freaking look. I don't know if I'm allowed to curse, but...
Oh, no, that's absolutely fine. And what I will say to all those people who said I couldn't do it, suck it. Anyway,
exactly.
So,
yeah, Mom.
No, actually, you know what? I will say this. My mom has been the #1 supporter of this.
Oh yeah, no, totally mine too.
That was like, she would be up at the crack of the dawn just to listen and be like, "Oh, by the way, you've forgotten to turn your microphone on again." Lucky, I've been doing this for 20 years, and that's a mistake I'll always make.
Oh, dude, totally. Same with my mom. Like I said, we shot the music video at her house. She's like so with it, and I guess to segue into that, like, yeah, we're lucky to have those kind of supportive #1 fans from the get-go, right?
Yeah.
Like that's a really good thing to have.
Everybody should have parents like ours, quite frankly. So what I'm going to ask you, Elise, before we get into your next song called The Morning After, is there any sort of like things that you do to sort of kind of cater to the industry but also maintain that artistic integrity? Like how do you find working that balance to, especially with producers, to make sure that you get what you want?
Honestly, I don't even know if I really think about catering to the industry much at all.
Good answer. I like it.
Yeah.
That was a trick question, actually. It's just I write what resonates with me, or what makes me feel good, or makes me feel like it's something that has to be heard. I know Irving Berlin is like the #1 songwriter of American history, and he said what makes you a successful songwriter is being a mirror to society. And I think right now society is hurting a lot. So we do write a lot about like mental health and just like the struggle of everyday life. So I guess that's the closest I can get. It's just like I'm hurting with you guys.
I like how nicely you put the society, because I wasn't sure where you're going to go with that with society, but in my head I'm like, well, society is basically currently a flaming turd of a disaster. But I really like how you framed that in this society is hurting. It's a much more positive and kind context. Maybe you're trying to rub off.
No, thank you. Yes, I was like, let me choose my words carefully.
Something that I never do on the Kindness Revolution morning show, coming up at 6 a.m. here Eastern on CCAN Radio. This is Fine Life Morning After. Turn it up and enjoy.
Break You couldn't wait till the winter time to change the colors of the curtains in your room. Met you in the summertime when your favorite color was aquamarine blue. Aquamarine blue. I feel it everywhere. Summer salt in the air. I wanna take you there, and I think you wanna do. No matter what I do, dimensions through and through. I'll dive into the blue and always find a way to you. Aquamarine blue. You couldn't wait till the winter time to change the colors of the curtains in your room. Met you in the summertime when your favorite color was aquamarine blue. Aquamarine blue. I can't imagine what this life is like for us. It's such a vibrant trust, and I wanna see it through. A pair of perfect eyes, a pair that has to fight, and all the tears that I've made every shade of blue. That aquamarine blue. You couldn't wait till the winter time to change the colors of the curtains in your room. Met you in the summertime when your favorite color was aquamarine blue. Aquamarine blue. You've got me running back to the possibilities. Color was aqua, lost so what? Color was aqua, lost so what? Color was aquamarine blue. You couldn't wait till the winter time to change the colors of the curtains in your room. Met you in the summertime when your favorite color was aquamarine blue. Aquamarine blue.
Vine Life and Nugget here on the Kindness Revolution morning show's station of CCAN Radio. We're joined by Fine Life, Critty and Elise, all the way in Hawaii. It must be getting quite late there.
Yeah,
Not as
10:45 p.m. Not as late, or should we say as early as it is on the East Coast.
This is true, but I don't ever sleep. And I work on ridiculous schedules anyway. So for me, doing something like this and changing my schedule to fit this in that works with you, 100% worth taking a nap
we
sometime this
appreciate
afternoon.
That sounds like a good plan. I also am still on East Coast time, so I'm not sure where my head's at right now, but my head is here with you. So let's do it. You know,
Excellent. It's
we're
one of those
both
things,
awake
though.
and we're both like tuned in right now. So let's do it, man. Let's stick with it and let's go.
Absolutely, and it's
Lisa's-
interesting. By the
Lisa's the
time
best.
you get fully adjusted to Hawaiian
I
time
know.
zone,
I'll have to go back.
you'll go back
Yep.
and you'll be completely messed up with the body clock. But I didn't notice this thing, and it was a phrase that a couple of people used when because I've been to Hawaii a couple of times, and been to Big Island, Oahu, something called like Polynesian paralysis, where you basically, because the weather is just basically phenomenal all of the time, you become very lethargic, and not in a lazy bad way. You just become very chill. Like I wouldn't do it anywhere else on a beach, but in Hawaii, I just walk up, sit down under a palm tree, and take a nap for a couple of hours, and I'm just so calm.
Yeah, you can absolutely do that.
You can't do
But
that in New York.
What you can't do, is that in New York.
Well, you can.
Walk out.
You're gonna lose your clothes, your wallet, your shoes, and everything else.
You wake up with a slit in your pocket and your phone is gone, but like you won't be, you won't be touched. It'll just be like all your items are missing, but you'll continue to sleep peacefully, and that's a skill, honestly.
Well, I mean, it helps to have a rag full of chloroform. Here, what does this smell like? No. Clearly, the lack of sleep is getting to me. I've got my bean juice here, but actually, I would request, as you're coming back this way eventually, Kona coffee. If you could.
Oh yeah, we
some
saw
Kona
your
coffee.
comment. Yeah.
No,
absolutely.
we got you.
We got you for sure.
It's the only coffee I can drink without milk, cream, or sugar. It's the only coffee I can drink
Wow.
black. It must be something to do with the fact it's grown on a volcano. I'm not 100% sure, but it is top notch.
It's magical.
At least grew up. I mean, she's from Kona, so she every neighbor is a coffee farmer. So we definitely got you, man. Like we definitely got you.
So I'm assuming then you both have gone up to the very, very top of Mauna Kea, up to the observatory.
Yeah. Oh man, we did that last time we were visiting here. It was absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, I did that for the first time. The last time I went back in 2019, and technically you're not supposed to take your rental car up there, but
Right.
I did anyway. But the thing
we
was,
did too.
It's brutal on the car. By the time you get to the top, I had because there were about 5 or 6 of us in the car, had a big Nissan Pathfinder, big beefy engine. It foot flat down at the very top just to get to that very last bit. The car there was no oxygen up there for the car. It was just like wheezing. And then coming down at night in the dark, obviously you can't ride. And the reason they say don't rent out, don't take your rental is a lot of people ride the brakes down 13,000 feet, which eventually they fail and you go over the edge. So
Scary.
being up there and watching the sunset, though, is probably one of those moments that you don't really forget, right?
Yeah,
We had
it's
that.
absolutely gorgeous. I like what you did there with the pun, though. I caught that.
Good. So speaking
I'm
of
tired,
moments,
but I caught that.
yeah. Are there any sort of big moments coming up for you guys this year? When do you come back from Hawaii to the East Coast?
Actually,
any shows coming up?
So, yeah, totally. So the reason why we're in Hawaii actually right now is we're touring a few dates with our friend. So her alias was Nugget on that last track you heard, Aquamarine, but she has a new alias and a band, Yolo Ono. Shout out to Yolo Ono. So we're co-headlining a few dates in Hawaii and playing so we're releasing our music video, and she's releasing her EP, the first 2 songs of her EP. So we're kind of co-headlining, collaborating on a little run here in Hawaii, and that's why we're here actually. So it's really exciting, and we're stoked to play for the Big Island show we're doing this Friday, and then we're also doing a show on 3 shows on Oahu. We're doing at Harbor's Vintage. This venue that's a really dope venue that we're really excited to play, and then we're throwing our own festival that's on a farm, Kunia Farm. It's called Paradise
awesome.
Ranch. Yeah, and then we're actually gonna be on KTUH, the local college radio station here, on a Monday Night Live show. So we're really stoked for that too. So yeah, that's what we're doing for the next week or so. So yeah,
Phenomenal.
that's coming up. Yeah.
Wow.
And then Moments is being released now. I think it's available on the East Coast right now, actually.
It's 100%.
Yeah.
It's 100% waiting for me to click this button.
Yeah.
Right here.
Sorry, I like talk too much, man. Yeah,
It's way.
let's fucking
it's like-
premiere it, dude. Let's premiere. Let's go. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, the moment that we've all not known we've needed, this is the moment on the TKR Spotlight feature impromptu, sponsored by Toronto Musicians Hub. Brand new. This is Moments by Fine Life. Enjoy.
Touch me and kiss me too. Dreaming of the things I've been wishing you'd do to me. And wanting you more and more each moment. Visions of ecstasy, bringing me to places that I told myself I'd never be. But this time I'm living in the moment. Feel what you're doing to me. Breathing as you got feelings for me. Don't know where we're going now, but we will reach that higher ground. Don't know where this life will flow unless we swim. We'll never know. Feel what you're doing to me. Oh, can't you see? Just that reality, finally doing all the things I've been dreaming of. So why can't we both share this moment? Feel what you're doing to me. And rewrite it unless you got feelings for me. Don't know where we're headed to, but I like me when I'm with you. Don't know how to keep this high unless we leave. We'll never fly. Feel what you're doing to me. Oh, can't you see?
Fine Life Moments, brand new here on CCAN Radio. And if you were paying attention to the live stream just there, what I just did was 100% intentional. And yes, what that was not let you see the whole music video, because we are going to actually play that again at 7:15 to kick off 15 minutes of non-stop music of Fine Life music videos on the Kindness Revolution morning show. Thank you again so much, Kriti, Annalise, for joining us. I'll let you get to bed. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you so much, Gizmo.
Have a good
Shout out
night.
to you guys, the Kindness Revolution and CTAN Radio. You guys are awesome. We love y'all.
Thanks again. And yeah, to anyone who's
Aloha.
listening, you can check out the full music video at 7:15 and 6:15 here on CCAN Radio. Until later, I've been Gizmo. Have a good one.